आब्रह्मन् ब्रह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायता आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषव्योतिव्याधि महारथो जायता दोग्ध्री धेनुर्वोढा नड्वानाशुः सप्तः पुरन्ध्रयोषा जिष्णो रथेष्ठाः सभेयो युवास्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायता निकामे निकामेनः परजन्यो वर्षतु फलवत्यो नः औषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पताम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधेतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Yoga practice for children. If children start practicing yoga right from childhood, then they will never fall sick. They'll always be healthy, not just bodily, even mentally, spiritually, even socially. Healthfulness, not just bodily. By yoga, health of body, health of mind, progress of consciousness, development of consciousness, brightness, wealth. There is a total development of an individual through yoga. Therefore, in the order of yoga practice, the very first pranayam, 7 pranayams for children, and out of that Kapalabhati and Anulom Vilom, these two main pranayams they must do. With this, they'll never have to wear spectacles in their life. They won't have any ear problem, no eye problem. They'll have sharp memory, eyesight will remain good, IQ will be good. If they practice yoga right from their childhood, then they won't have untimely grey hair problem. They'll have shining face, their hair will be black. They'll be full of energy, excitement and happiness. So, do these 7 pranayams. Inhale your breath deeply. Do this Bhastrika for 1 minute. Inhale deep breath. Release. Like this, take a deep breath, then release. Do it every day for 1 minute, especially for children. With this, chest will be inflated, a wide chest, stomach will be tight. And the body of young people should be like this, where the chest is inflated, chest is broad, strength in arms, thighs should be strong, so that you can struggle in life. Because everyone sees lofty dreams, but only those can turn their dreams in reality, who are healthy, who are strong, who are brave, who are courageous, who are daring and full of valor. So with yoga practice, with pranayam, your strength, valor, courageousness will increase. And while doing this Bhastrika pranayam for 1 minute, pray to God. Pray and say, "Oh Lord, give me strength, give me energy, give me courage, determination, valor, intelligence, heroism, patience, self-reliance." Inhale breath deeply. Release it out. One minute for children. Small children. 3-year-old children can start doing pranayam and easy asanas. And we'll be addressing children for 5 years and above. 5 to 12 years, for them it will be a special yoga pranayam. Those children who are about 12 years, for them, for the youth, we've made a special program. In another program, we have serialized yoga. This is specially for children. Children can start pranayam from 3 years onwards and gradually increase it. Some asanas and practice. Then at the age of 5, they can do almost all pranayams that we'll be explaining today. Kapalabhati pranayam to increase concentration power, Because God has given equal intelligence to all, but few children get 100 out of 100 and few get 99. Few get 80 and others 50. And few get 33% with great difficulty. Few come first from the front and few from behind. Those who come first from front are those who can concentrate. Those whose memory is sharp. Memory will be sharpened with pranayam. Concentration will increase with pranayam. Then you will also get 100 out of 100 marks. It is possible that there are 40 children in one class and all 40 get same marks. Then what is wrong in it? With yoga, your talent will develop. With Kapalabhati Pranayam, you'll remain young, retain your youth, your body strength will increase, concentration will increase. Read anything with concentration and you'll remember what is read once. Whatever you have typed in your brain, you'll sort of scan it. Whatever concentration you have, your IQ will be that much better. Your memory will be sharp. You'll be rich in wisdom. Therefore, do pranayam. This will sharpen your concentration, and the lesson you have to memorize, you will be able to do it very quickly. Like 2 hours work, you can finish it in half an hour. Therefore, the time taken for yoga will not be a waste of time, but using the time gainfully. Exhale your breath out. Children should do it for at least 5 minutes. Small children, even 3-year-olds can also do it. Many small children discharge albumin. Protein is discharged. They have kidney problems. These small children may suffer from diabetes. Practice pranayam every day for 5 minutes. Never in your life you'll be obese. Kidney problem, liver problem, diabetes problem, heart problem. You may never have any such problems. You may never have to take tablets or to go to a hospital. You may never fall sick. You may never have headache or stomach ache, leave alone other diseases, cancer, heart problem, and also thyroid problem. You may never have these problems. It will increase your height because practicing Kapalabhati and Anulom Vilom helps to improve pituitary gland and thyroid gland, and so the height increases. So pranayam is a must for everyone. Kapalabhati pranayam. Exhaling the breath out. There will be no problem of thyroid and tonsils. There will be no cough and cold. In children, most of the time, nose is always running. They keep cleaning. Handkerchief is in constant use. Kapalabhati Pranayam will relieve you of all the problems of cough and allergy. Breath is exhaled out. Stomach goes in. See for yourself. Release your breath out. Breath out and stomach goes in. Children should do it for 5 minutes. Do it intermittently. Start with 1 minute, then stop. Do it again, stop. And later on you will be able to do it continuously for 5 minutes. After that, you can do Bahya Pranayam. You must do all these pranayams and asanas early morning on empty stomach. All yoga practice on an empty stomach. And if you want to do it in the evening you must do it after 5 hours from afternoon meals. After 15-20 minutes of pranayam, you can take milk, etc. You can eat food. And after 15-20 minutes of pranayam, you can take bath. Or after bathing, you can do pranayam. There should be no constipation. You should take care of that. And now you should exhale your breath out and let it remain out. This is for Bahya Pranayam. Leaving it out. There will be 3 bunds. Touch your chin with the throat, contract your stomach and touch it with your back. You will pull the portion above the navel. With 3 bunds, this is how you will do Bahya Pranayam. Then removing Jalandhar Bandh, you will take your breath in. Release your breath out and let it remain out. Touch your chin with the throat, Jalandhar Bandh. Contract your stomach and let it touch your back, Udyan Bandh. Pull up the portion above navel and hold Mool Bandh. This is Bahya Pranayam with 3 Bandh. This is Bahya Pranayam. Children should do it every day for 3 times. Then you can do Agnisar. Practicing Kapalabhati helps your energy movement upwards. On your face there will be splendor, brightness, glow, brilliance, shine and beauty. There is a natural glow, a natural shining. Your skin may become fair. The secret of fairness does not lie in any tube, not in the cosmetic things. There's energy inside your body, strength, glow, beauty, brightness, shine. These will increase with Kapalabhati and Bahya Pranayam. These will move upwards. See again. Releasing your breath out, you can do Agnisar. For stomach, a very important process. There will be no stomach related problem, gas, constipation, acidity. Even children have constipation and they are unable to study because when they are studying, the gas moves upward. If the bowel is not clear, then you don't feel like studying. So doing Kapalabhati, Agnisar, by applying Udyan, by doing Bahya Pranayam, you'll never have any stomach problem. This is how you do it. Releasing your breath out, let it remain there. You hold it there. Contract your stomach in, make it loose. Pull it in, loosen it. This is Agnisar. Although children can even do Navli Kriya. After releasing your breath out, let it remain out, loosen your stomach from the center, pull it from the sides. And whichever direction you move your hands, the stomach will move. This is Navli Kriya. Children can do it. Release your breath and let it remain out. Loosen the stomach from the center, pull it from the sides. The stomach will move in the direction where your hands are moving. See, Navli Kriya is done like this. You take the breath in, release it out, let it remain out. And after that, loosen the stomach from the center. And move your hands like this. Give a little pressure on the hands. By giving pressure on the hands, whichever way you move your hands, the stomach will move that way. Later on, even without moving hands, the stomach will move. Release the breath out, pull from inside, loosen from the center, and whichever way you move your hand, the stomach will come that side. See, like this. And you can do Agnisar even while standing. For children, yoga practice. And in that we were telling you Bhastrika and then Kapalabhati, Bahya Pranayam, Agnisar and even Navli Kriya that we explained specially for the children. And now more about yoga practice. Do Kapalabhati for 5 minutes. And if the eyesight is very weak, you have to wear spectacles, then you can do Kapalabhati pranayam even for 10 minutes and do Anulom Vilom also for 10 minutes. Then you won't have to wear spectacles, and this is the point for your eyes. Press this point. By pressing this point, the eyesight improves, especially on hands, and these points are there in feet too, especially for children. Mostly children have two main problems. One is of eyes, and secondly, small children have this problem of wetting their bed at night. Although we give so much trouble to our parents, mother raises a child for 9 months in her womb, for 9 months, tolerating all her pains. All your life you can never be free of your obligations to your parents, because a mother, forgetting all the comforts for herself, she wants to give you the comforts, you and only you. This point for eyes. So this for the eyes, and those children who wet their beds, even when they grow up, they keep on bedwetting. And all night your mother is changing your place. And if the space is less, then mother sleeps on the wet area and makes you sleep on dry bed. See this point. On both hands. Press for 1 minute each. This point is there on the toes of both the feet also. This is for the eyes, and this for those bedwetting children. This is for thyroid, for throat, for tonsils, even from here. And you can press here also by applying some oil. Press here like this. This is for thyroid, for tonsils, those children who stammer, who stutter and speak. It's good for them too. We'll tell you a couple of pranayam also. You can practice them. Do this. This is for throat, for thyroid, for tonsils, and for eyes. And this especially for children with urine problem. Those children whose concentration is not good, they should press this finger, this ring finger. Press the top portion. And thumb. Press on both the sides. So this is to increase your memory power, useful to increase concentration. We've explained acupressure points especially for children. And those children whose nose is running all the time, nose is always choked, sinus problem, all of them press this point, especially this second finger. This will open up your nose will not be choked, not running, and the phlegm that is flowing out of the nose, that will stop. This. And those who have hearing problems, so this is the point for ears. For eyes, we were telling you Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Inhale from left. Release from right. Your nostril is closed with your right thumb. Left nostril is closed with two of the fingers. Close with the thumb, this with two of the middle fingers. Like this. Inhale from left. Stop on left only. Start with left and end on left. Inhale with left. Mouth is closed. Inhale from left nostril and release. From right. Exhale completely. Inhale from right. Release from left nostril. Like this pranayam. Children must do it every day for 5 to 10 minutes. If the eyesight is very weak, then have gooseberry powder, 1 teaspoon morning and evening. If you can't eat it as such, then mix it with sugar crystals. If the problem is too severe, then take Amal Ki Rasayan 200 grams, Saptamrit Law 20 grams, Mukta Sukti Basma 10 grams. Mix all of them and take 2 grams morning and evening with water. Eyesight will improve. This is especially for children, for their eye problems. And they can also take Mahatripaladhi Grit 1 spoon each with cow's milk. You won't have to wear spectacles at all. Those children who are very weak, they can take ashwagandha powder and also do pranayam. 2 grams morning, evening with cow's milk. With this, those who are very thin and weak, their body will become healthier. Their body will gain more muscles. Those children who are extremely weak, very thin, for them, ashwagandha powder, and for eyesight, gooseberry powder is extremely good. See Anulom Vilom Pranayam. This you should do from 5 to 10 minutes. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply. Inhale from left, exhale from right. Inhale from right, exhale from left. Do it like this continuously. This will sharpen your memory. Eyesight will remain good. The airflow will also stop. There will be no more problems of sleeplessness. Anger will be controlled. You won't get angry. And never in your life you will have heart problem, BP problem. No nervous disorders. Kapalabhati, Anulom Vilom, if practiced alongside 10 minutes each, then even leukoderma also gets corrected. Do not eat salt with milk. Don't eat stale food. Do not eat papaya with milk. One gets skin disease if salt is taken with milk. Therefore, pay attention on your diet. You have to improve your eating habits. Avoid fried things. Avoid parathas also. You can eat butter with missi roti. Occasionally eat paratha, not every day. Because paratha spoils your stomach. Therefore, take care of your diet. This burger, pizza. Burger means house of destruction. Pizza means one that takes your health. And bread means stale, putrefied food. Cold drink means toilet cleaner. Chocolate means one that licks away the teeth. A lot of bad things we are eating. This body is not a dustbin. Put nice things inside. Take milk, clarified butter, dry fruits, sweets. Sweets made nicely, especially homemade, you can eat them. Then fruits. God has made so many of them for you to eat. Eat them. Your body will also remain healthy. There will be no disease. Eat good things. By eating good things, your health will remain good and this health will be very useful in your life. Taste remains only for 2 minutes in the mouth. After that, it's useless. Therefore, do Anulom Vilom Pranayam. This will keep the mind in balance and you will not feel like eating harmful foods. Anulom Vilom, 5 to 10 minutes. After that, Bhramari. With Anulom Vilom, your memory will improve. Your wisdom will increase. Your concentration power will improve. After that, do Bhramari Pranayam. That is also very essential to improve your memory. Forefinger on your forehead, rest 3 fingers on your eyes. Ears will be closed with your thumb. Mouth also closed, 3 fingers on eyes, a slight pressure with your middle finger, forefinger on the forehead. 3 times. Bhramari Pranayam, make a sound of Omkar. Like this. Om means the Supreme Lord, one who is almighty, one who gives us respiration, gives us life, oxygen. Om, remembering God. He is the provider of this air, but it can't be seen. Like clarified butter can't be seen in milk. Like air, you can't see air. Like in our body, there's pain in the stomach, there's headache, you can't see the pain. Sorrow and happiness can't be seen. Hunger can't be seen. Thirst can't be seen. Similarly, the power that is omnipotent universally, it is called Om. Pronounce it like this in Bhramari Pranayam. In the form of sound, your memory will be sharpened. Mind will be quietened. Like this. In Bhramari Pranayam, you have to make a sound of Omkar through the nostrils. With this, the mind automatically becomes quiet. Then do Bhramari at least 3 times. Do sacred Udgit Pranayam at least 3 times. Then pronounce the sound of Om. Take a deep breath inside, then pronounce the sound of Om. Like this, do Udgit Pranayam every day. After this, while keeping your eyes closed, concentrate on the tip of your nose over here. Bring all your thoughts here and concentrate and watch the speed of respiration. The shape of the nose is made in the form of Omkar. Meditate on Om on the nose. Feel the touch of respiration. Mind will be quietened automatically. Then while raising both the hands, rub them together. Keep them on your eyes and open them. Now, these 7 pranayams should be done every day by children. Then, a few special pranayams for those children who are suffering from some particular disease. For example, thyroid problem of throat, height is not increasing. Then make them do Ujjayi pranayam. Thyroid will subside. All the water pranayams that we have told you, these will improve your thyroid, pituitary gland, pineal gland, the whole system. Even then, throat problem is severe, thyroid problem, cough, allergies, too much. You can do one more pranayam, Ujjayi. How? Do it like this. This is for throat, for thyroid, for children's height, for tonsils, for those children who stutter, who stammer. It is good for them too. For those who say loti, for roti, it is for them. Inhale like this. Inhale deeply like this. Tighten your throat. Then while closing the right nostril, release. Release it slowly. This pranayam is very good for throat. For those children who bleed from nose, they can do 2 more pranayams, Shitali, Sitkari. If you feel too hot, perspire too much, or bleed from nose. Take your tongue out and with the sound of CC, inhale and hold it for some time. Inflate your chest. This will broaden your chest. If you hold it for some time, it is called Abhyantra Pranayam. Then release the breath through your nostrils. Release your breath, Rechak. When you have filled it, Purak. When you hold it, Kumbhak. So you develop Kumbhak also. This is Shitali Pranayam. Those children who bleed from nose, who feel very hot, who perspire a lot, they can do Sitkari also. Those who bleed from nose. Teeth closed, lips open, and tongue touching the upper portion of your mouth. Like this. And after holding it for some time, when you feel like releasing, then release it from nostrils. So we have told you these 10 pranayams. Everyone must do these 7 pranayams and especially 3, Ujjayi, Shitali and Sitkari. Now we'll tell you a few asanas. Along with pranayams, asanas are also very necessary. All children can do these pranayams and asanas also, which are very simple. For example, small children, 3-year-old children, everyone can do butterfly. Before doing asanas, some minor exercises are to be done. All children can do it. 3-year-old child can do it. 5-year-old child can do it. With these, there will be flexibility in the legs. In minor exercises, all children must do butterfly. And secondly, Skandha Chalan. Butterfly, Titli exercise, and then this. Keeping both the hands on the shoulder like this and turn it like this. Make a big circle. Clockwise, then opposite direction. Do it in opposite direction. Make a big circle. Elbows should touch in the front. From both sides like this. This exercise for shoulders. Some children are afflicted with diseases, like many children suffer from the problem of hydrocele. In this, Kapalabhati is certainly beneficial. Along with it, Gomukhasan should also be done. Gomukhasan and Garudasan. Both these asanas are specially beneficial for children. These asana practices are being told for children from 3 years to 12 years. And today we'll explain 12 asanas. Those children who are suffering from hydrocele problem, for them Gomukhasan and Garudasan. Both these asanas will be beneficial and Kapalabhati Pranayam. Then children will not have to be operated for hydrocele. Gomukhasana, very simple asana. Both the feet up front. Turn the left leg. And after turning on the left leg, sit on its ankle like this. Right leg on top of the left leg. Keep it in such a way that both knees are together and left leg is touching the right leg all through. Along with left leg, the right leg ankle should also touch like this. This is Gomukhasana. Right knee is on the top. Lift your right hand and left hand from behind. Look in the front. Breath inside. Elbow of the upper hand touching the head close to the ear. Gomukhasana. Do it for 1 to 2 minutes. Start every asana from half a minute to 1 minute and maximum for 2 minutes. This is Gomukhasana. Those children who urinate at night or those children with hydrocele problem, especially for those children whose testicles grow large, do Gomukhasana. Now with the other leg. Sit on the right leg. Keep left leg on the top. From outside its ankle, it should touch the thighs. So this specially useful asana, especially for children. Gomukhasana. Those children suffering from hydrocele, enlarged testicles, they become large. Then for that Gomukhasana and Kapalabhati Pranayam. Make them do Kapalabhati Pranayam. For children many children suffer from hernia from childhood itself. Hernia will also subside, but first they must tie a cloth. And Garudasana, especially for children. In standing position, keep your right leg still, then turn your left leg around and press it inside the right leg like this. Right leg is still. Take the left leg from front and press it inside the right leg like this. And both the hands in Namaskar posture like this. Similarly with the other leg. Yoga practice especially for children. Yogasana. We are going to tell you 12 asanas. We've told you 2 asanas just now. Gomukhasana and Garudasana. A special asana for increasing children's height. For increasing children's height, everyone must do 5 asanas. Those wishing to do more asanas, they may do so. But we are telling you only 12 asanas. And these 12 asanas are completed in 12 minutes only. Sarvangasana, Halasana, Chakrasana, Paschimottanasana, Tadasana. These 5 asanas, we have told you many times. You have to practice them every day and add a few more new asanas. Sarvangasana. Lying down straight. Join both the feet. Both the hands near the thighs on the floor, palm facing down. Gradually raise your legs. Breathing speed normal. Continue breathing. And take them behind and then support your back with both the hands. Legs straight up at 90 degrees. Knees straight and big toes of both the feet joined. Toes stressed upwards. Breathing speed normal. Balance your entire weight on shoulder and head. And then while coming down, you can start this with 1 minute and later 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you can do it for maximum 5 minutes. While coming down, the legs are to be bent slightly towards the head. Initially, straighten the back. Knees are straight, head is not to be lifted. And slowly the legs are rested on the floor. This special beneficial practice for increasing the height. for keeping your hair black forever, for increasing the brightness on your face. Youthfulness will remain forever. Then Halasana. Legs are to be raised and rested behind the head, especially for children. Knees straight. Then come back. Chakrasana. It's very easy. Bending your legs like this. Keep both the knees close to your buttocks. And raising your hand like this, keep it behind the shoulders like this. And while inhaling, raise yourself from the center with ease, as much as you can. Chakrasana. Feel your breath in. Gradually come down. For increasing height of the children, an essential yoga practice, Chakrasana. Then Paschimottanasana. While inhaling, raise your hands. And while exhaling, bend forward. With your forefinger, hold your big toe like this. Rest your elbows on the floor and bend forward while exhaling. Knees will remain on the floor and bending, touch your head with the knees. Again. While exhaling, bend forward. Tadasana, standing position. While inhaling, raise your hands. Heels will be raised, all the weight on the toes. Look in the front. Stretch your hands upwards and bring it down from the side. This is Tadasana. Then you can do Urdhva Tadasana. It's very easy. Interlock fingers of both the hands. Keep them on your head. Both feet closed. While inhaling, heels will go up. Stretch your hands upwards. Palms will be facing upwards. Exhaling, come down. Then while inhaling, elbows will become absolutely straight. Palms will be stretched upwards. Look in the front. Heels raised, all the weight on the toes. For increasing children's height, these 5 asanas are very essential. We were telling you special practices for increasing children's height. In this, you can do Supta Vajrasana. Sit like this in Vajrasana. And if you sit in this asana after meals, your digestion will also be better. Sit like this. And while studying, you can sit in Padmasana, Sukhasana, in any asana. Study while sitting straight. Lying down on your back, studying with a bent back. All these are not good for your eyes. You'll bend backward, gradually lie down. You'll lie down. Do not open your knees from the front. Bend backwards. Do not open your knees from the front. While bending backwards, slowly keep your elbows on the floor. Then head also on the floor. Keep both your hands on your thighs. This is an essential practice for increasing the height. Knees are together in the front. This is also a good exercise for the stomach. Now come back. Similarly, bending backwards, practice Matsyasana. Raising your right leg, keep it on your left. Lifting your left, keep it on the right thigh. This is Padmasana. In this position, you can do studies, etc. And sitting in this position, bend backwards. This practice is Matsyasana, which is for increasing height of the children, for their thyroid and the health of their throat. For good health, it is essential. You'll bend backwards. After bending backwards, slowly touch your elbows on the floor. Then rest your head. You'll keep both your hands behind shoulders. Keep it like this. And slightly turn your neck. And then, with your forefinger, hold the big toe of your feet. Both the knees will be on the floor. Neck maximum on the backside. Then while coming back, keep your hands behind the shoulders, rest your neck like this, and then straighten it. Get up with ease. For increasing height of the children, along with 5 asanas, you can add these asanas too. Then, for increasing height of the children and for increasing flexibility of their body also, a special asana. Its name is Ardha Chandrasana. Behind, both the feet open, heels stretched backwards, a little distance between both feet. Both feet slightly open like this, and heels of both feet stretched backwards like this. Right hand on the chest and left on top of it. While inhaling, bend backwards. Bend as much as you can. Come back. Children can even touch their head while bending back. This is Ardha Chandrasana. For increasing height of the children, it is an important practice. One more beneficial asana. Children's balance of their body will also improve. Concentration will improve. There will be a good balance of the body. There will be flexibility. Height will be better. Its name is Rishikasana. Initially, you may find it difficult to do. Initially, do it while resting your head on the floor. Later, you will be able to do it without resting your head. First, rest your head on the floor, lift one leg like this, then lift the other one, and Vrishikasana. Both hands on the floor like this, elbows too on the floor, weight is balanced on the hands and body is lifted up. Head is raised up initially. Do it slowly while resting it on the floor, then you'll be able to do it. Initially do it on a mattress, otherwise you'll fall down. These asanas that we have been telling you, some of them you can make them start at the age of 3 and by the age of 5, all the asanas may be completed. We are telling you special asanas for children up to 12 years. For children about 12 years of age, we have made another special program for youngsters. Those children who are teenagers, they should do those practices. But these initial practices, you will gradually increase these practices and then progress. Children can also do Shirshasan. And 5-year-old children can start Shirshasan. Don't let 3-year-olds do Shirshasan. Make them do Pranayam. And some asanas such as Paschimottanasana and easy asanas, Sarvangasana, Halasana, etc. they can do. Supta Vajrasan and Matsyasan, they can do these asanas. Then Shirsasana. Children above 5 years can do it. Practicing Shirsasan will bring a shine on the face. Hair will remain black. There will be no old age. You will always remain young. Who wants to be old in this world? All want to look young. And for youth, Shirsasana. After interlocking fingers of both the hands and balancing the weight of the body, we lift our legs up straight at 90 degrees. Breathing will continue. But one thing, those children suffering from epilepsy, they should not do it. And this practice is not meant for older people at all. All children can do it. People having hypertension, heart problem, and all other problems of spine, none of these people should do this practice. After interlocking fingers of both the hands, you lift both the legs up at 90 degrees. Keep them straight up, big toes of both feet joined. You'll come back slowly and slowly you'll go up, and while legs are up, put one leg into another in Padmasan posture. This is Shirsha Padmasan. Both asanas together. Remain like this for a little while. Gradually raise yourself. Whatever time you've done Shirsasana, you can do maximum from 2 to 5 minutes. That much time either do Shavasana or stand upright. So we were telling you this special yoga practice for children. Children can do difficult and simple asanas. In this special yoga practice for children, we'll explain Surya Namaskar and 2 special practices. One to make the legs healthy, because every child desires that my thighs should be healthy, beautiful, strong. My body should be attractive. Who doesn't appreciate an attractive personality? Man desires that his body should be strong. There should be strength inside, valor, energy. And to progress in life, man should have strength, valor, courage, patience, self-respect. And you'll get it with yoga. You'll have character. You'll be intelligent. You'll be strong. You'll be noble. And if you do yoga, definitely your inner talent will surely flower. Your speech will be sweet. Your thinking will be balanced and full of love. Your power of communication will improve. Because whatever you want to convey to another person, for that, your communication power, practical power of your speech, your power of expression should be strong. With yoga practice, all your talents will find expression. Every man wants to uplift himself in life, but for lofty dreams to turn higher commitments into reality, one has to work hard, and to work hard, and to struggle. Obstacles cannot become a hurdle in your way. Obstacles will be removed automatically. Opposition as well as obstacles know that you are the remover. March ahead towards your goal with full concentration. That I want to become like this only. And you can do whatever you want to do. There are some people who take pride in their history. And there are some who rule over an established kingdom. But there are some people also who create new history and establish new kingdom. You can be the top man in this world provided you have tremendous courage. You can do continuous hard work. By taking birth in a great man's house, you do not become a great man. You become great by your commitment. Therefore, to be a great man, it is very important that body remains healthy. For body to remain healthy, it is necessary to have control over your diet. Vegetarian diet. Be vegetarian. Killing animals, birds, killing other living beings, murdering, killing them. If someone slits your throat, how will you feel? How will you feel when it bleeds? And when you kill other animals, you eat their flesh and blood, full of their hatred, anger, their revolt. You become a killer. You make a cemetery inside. You make a burial place. Therefore, eat vegetarian food, not non-vegetarian. This gutka, pan masala, bidi, cigarette, do not have them. God has given you a beautiful body. You have a lot of work to do with it. Give up your vices. 90% of people suffering from cancer of chest, mouth and throat is because of tobacco. Therefore, tobacco, gutka, masala, all these are like inviting death. Don't invite death. Live without any vices. Eat vegetarian food. And nature has, see how strong is an elephant. It eats only green vegetables, green leaves only. It eats sugarcane, horsepower. Power, we measure power by horsepower. It eats only grass. And all these non-vegetarians, whose flesh do they eat? They eat of those animals who are themselves vegetarian. Man eats male goat or female goat, eats cow, eats a buffalo. Whatever he lays his hands, he eats it. All these are not food for human beings. God has made vegetables for you to eat. Eat them. And then do yoga practice. See, in yoga practice, we have explained to you a few asanas, and now we are going to explain Ramamurti Dand and Ramamurti push-ups. Ramamurti was a patient of TB in his childhood. He used to feel that he wouldn't be able to do anything in life. But being in the company of saints and sages, he developed a courage inside him that I can become strong. So he did Ramamurti Dand and Ramamurti push-ups, only 2 exercises. And he became so strong that he would let an elephant keep 2 of its legs on his chest. And he would get 2 tons of rock broken on his chest. Such a strong man he became. So 1 Dand, 1 push-ups. Ramamurti Dand and Ramamurti push-ups, these 2 special exercises. And 1 practice of Surya Namaskar. There are 12 practices of Surya Namaskar. In the 12 practices of Surya Namaskar, stand in Namaskar posture like this. And the 12 practices will be done in Namaskar posture. When you exhale, you'll bend forward. While bending forward, you'll exhale. Bending backwards, you'll inhale. This will be the yoga practice while doing Surya Namaskar. And the 12 practices are completed in just 2 minutes. With one breath, you'll complete one practice. This is the first practice. While inhaling, go back. Then while exhaling, bending forward, keep your knees straight, palms on the floor, and touch your head with the knees. Now keep your right leg there only, left leg back. On your right leg, lift yourself like this. Breath in, looking up. In the back, leg is straight. Both hands on the sides of the legs. Now right leg behind. Knees straight, heels touching the floor, and bend your head to look at the navel, stomach. Then, in the posture of Shashtang Pranam, knees on the floor, chin on the floor. Stomach slightly raised. Breathing to be normal, now breathe in. Both feet joined together, lifting it from the front. Then lift it from the center. Then the other leg between both the hands. We'll explain these practices one more time. One practice will be completed in one breath. When we exhale, then we'll bend forward, and when we inhale, we go back. While bending forward, breathe out, bending backwards, breathe in. Very easy. Behind, the heels are not raised. We have just now explained these two practices specially for children. Surya Namaskar. Similarly, this practice is done 12 times. One completed in 12 times. Of these, we have explained two practices just now. You can do them 5 times, 10 times, 12 times, even 15 times or more. Now we'll tell you two special exercises. One Dand, one push-up. That is Ram Murti Dand, Ram Murti push-ups. We'll tell you these two only. And those which are advanced exercises, we have made a special program for young people in which we have given total traditional exercises. Ram Murti Dand and Ram Murti push-ups, like this. This process is completed. Both feet joined at the back. This is resting position, and for Dand, this is position of readiness. And both feet joined at the back. Big toes close, heels close. Between two hands distance of chest. While inhaling, you will slowly go down. Slowly go up. And slowly you will come down. Both elbows, arms stuck to the chest, and from below slowly return. Like this, it can be done many times. This Ram Murti Dand. Start with 2, then 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. You've done 50. Then you can rest assured your arms will be very healthy, strong, beautiful, and attractive. Then one push-up. Ram Murti push-up. We've just told you Dand. Now push-ups. Both hands in the front, thumb inside, and while inhaling, slowly go down. Heels will go up. Weight on the toes. Hands in front of the chest. Breath will remain inside till you come down. And don't sit completely. Slightly above, just touching. Come back slowly. Very slowly. There'll be a slight tremor in the arms, as well as legs and the whole body. Like this, you may do it many times. First day, do it only twice. Then gradually increase the practice. 10 times, 15 times, 20, 25. You'll be able to do it 50 times. Slowly. So we have explained special yoga practice for children, some traditional exercises, Surya Namaskar, few asanas, and pranayams. After getting up in the morning, chant Om or Gayatri. While studying Om Sehna Bhavato, learn this mantra. While eating food or having your meals, thank the Lord. Your parents who gave you birth, the teachers who educate you, be obligated to them. Do obey their orders. You can be the top man in any field. The only thing necessary is to struggle continuously towards your goal. Total dedication towards your goal. Continuous struggle, continuous hard work, dedication, and towards your teachers, feeling of reverence towards your parents. This will take you to great heights in life. Your speech should be sweet. Your nature should be simple. Do not get angry. Do not ever be inflamed. And remember, study with your full concentration. In the morning, at least half an hour every day, you must do yoga practice. Those days when you have more time, then devote 1 hour more for this. Have control over your mind. Have control over your senses. Control and noble deeds. High life, high thinking, high commitments. Always. Always remain in high feelings. Remain in sacred thoughts. Study good books. Learn about yourself. Have a feeling of faith towards God. God is omnipotent. God has given birth, given life, motherland, mother tongue. Have a feeling of reverence towards mother. You will definitely rise in your life. And among you only, Ram, Krishna, Buddha, Mahavir, Patanjali, Gautam, Kapilakad, Gemini, Vivekanand and Rishidanand will be born. Among you only there are such children who will take the nation to greater glory in future. Definitely you will become a great person. You do not Acquire greatness from birth. You become great by your work. Work hard to become a great man. Not just by being born in a big family. Acquire greatness by your hard work and dedication. In my opinion, through yoga practice, definitely that courage will arise in you, which will certainly make you a great man one day, and the nation will be identified with you. You will glorify your lineage, your family, your parents, your teacher. You'll be their pride and an identification of yours in the form that I'm an Indian. The responsibility towards my nation is my duty, national duty. Nation is my God. Parents my pilgrimage. And I'm the son of God. I'm the daughter of God. God has given me this birth. It is not to be wanted. On the contrary, through this birth, I must do something in this nation through which future generations will remember me. And God has given me this birth with this objective. I'll do such deeds by being God's child. Definitely you'll become such a person. With yoga practice, your dormant talents will awaken. May you become great through yoga practice. Become strong, become intelligent, and glorify your parents and your nation. This is the objective and aim behind teaching this yoga practice. Certainly through you, this objective will be fulfilled.